Welcome back to Car Crash TV. So did you guess what happens next? Well, our two revelers are making the short journey from Pasha to Amnesia. Apparently these are nightclubs, and have decided to liven up the short commute by trying out a couple of stunts. There's the bunny hop. Good idea. Try a wheelie next. What could possibly go wrong? Yep, everything. How are you going to throw shapes on the dance floor now you've got a lip? You really didn't think this through, did you? The youth of today. There is one category of road user who is more susceptible to an accident than any other. A complete idiot. No, seriously. It's not lorries, it's not vans, it's not cars, it's not bikes, it's pedestrians. These two-legged freaks are the scourge of the road, and I hate them. I hate them with every fiber of my beamer. These are the pesky pedestrians. Look at this driver, pulling a perfectly acceptable U-turn, then from out of nowhere, this absolute numpty practically throws himself in front of his car. Pedestrian, be aware that drivers can do anything they want. Trying to cross a zebra crossing? What are you thinking? Anyone would think from the way you behave that the highway code was a book drivers were supposed to actually follow. When trying to create a famous Beatles album cover, it's important to pick a long and winding road. Whoa, he came out of nowhere, man. Get back, guys, and call for help. Baby, you can't drive my car. Look, I've had it with these scripts. Can you get my agent on the phone? Now! Just because there is a clear pedestrian crossing sign doesn't mean the traffic has to stop. Control your child. Put a bell on it or something. Look at this fella, speeding sensibly through a built-up area. How dare that woman run across the road nervously trying to avoid him? Of course he has every right to swerve towards her. She's fine, everyone. Walk on. Nothing to see here. Need the loo? Why not jog along a dark winter highway? Public convenience, by get off the road! A clear crossing sign. How dare this clown see that as any indication he's in charge of this road? Ah, there's the number 2 bus to put him firmly in his place. No, don't offer him a lift. Let him sit there and think about what he's done. This is the worst. It's bad enough this pedestrian is cluttering up the road, but then she's joined by another one. How ghastly. Ah, a white van man. He'll sort this out. Wait, what are you doing? Get back in your car and give them the gentle nudge they deserve, you traitor. On this show, we tend to see a lot of cars hitting things. Be it a minibus, a lorry, or bus stop number 13. The chances are the clip you start watching culminates in a collision. In an attempt to redress the balance and give both you and me a break, we created this fun little game in which you might, if you're very lucky, see an imminent car crash miraculously not come to pass. It's time to play Hit or Miss. And we start with this quintessentially French rural scene. Everyone wants to stop for a glass of wine and a baguette. So, is that piece of trailer trash going to hit the car in front? The car to the right? Or will he hold his nerves and frankly calm mine by missing completely? It's a miss! All hail the Car Crash TV god. Today he doth spare the trailer trash. He can be a cruel god too, though, so I don't hold out too much hope for this mopeder as he mopes along the back streets of every 2-star holiday resort you've ever stayed in. Eek! This doesn't bode well. But will our mopediste hit the back of the taxi, the tarmac, or miss completely? Another miss! Praise be! Surely this good fortune can't continue, and from the look of this jeopardy, we're getting back in on our car crash action in style. But will our driver hit this big old hunk of bus, swerve and inspect this delightful section of topiary, or stamp hard on the brakes and miss again? Hang on, parasol? Sounds like a bum ointment to me. Don't ask how I know. I don't want to tempt fate, but we are currently on track for our very first ever hit or miss clean sweep. The tension is palpable. Though, thanks to this Burke who's just jumped the lights, the full house appears unlikely. So are we going to hit the light jumper? Hit the innocent bystander, or hit the jackpot and miss completely. And the balance is restored. But on the plus side, this guy's camera got a ride on a bungee jump, so swings and roundabouts, eh? Thanks for playing, friends. See you next time for more Hit or Miss. Injunctions. No, I'm not talking about that sexy tryst in that hotel in Reading that I can't talk about. I'm talking about focusing on turning at rather than driving into traffic lights. Injunctions. No, I'm not talking about my unfortunate midnight encounter at the Nuneaton services that the newspapers can't mention. I'm talking about waiting for a break in the traffic before turning. No, injunctions. Motorists should bloody well pay attention to oncoming traffic. If you've been getting your Tinder on by swiping left, please remember not to translate this behavior to the road. It'll end in a costly repair bill rather than a date. Much less desirable. Missed it. Missed it. Missed it. Missed it. This is going well. Missed it. Missed it. He's definitely seen me. We're going to be fine. Ah, spoke too soon. Look, if you can't be bothered to try and drive in a straight line, then I'm not going to be bothered to try and educate you. If you find yourself in the wrong lane for a left turn, here's a tip. Just drive a bit faster and everything will be okay. Unless someone else has done it too. I hope you're all paying attention now, as here is a great example of what to do if you're ever involved in a prang on the roads. That's it. Stop, check all passengers are unharmed, wait for a woman in mauve anorak to approach, and then drive off like nothing ever happened. Perfectly executed, people. Well done. Welcome to Hollywood, Sunset Boulevard, a wonderful sunny day, the glamour of high-end automobiles and desirable real estate. Back to reality. Someone call room service. When I shoot a car commercial, I never go for the obvious phallic symbolism some lesser hacks use to arouse passion. Instead, I focus on premium locations and the glistening newness of the vehicle. Oh, for God's sake!
Bring in the backup! Reset! Take two!
Oh, sepia. Nice filter. I'll Instagram that. Sexy boots, too. And go. I will win. I will win. I will. It's in the bag. Oh, no. When at a junction, do the sensible thing. Trust the traffic lights and wait for the filter. However, do be mindful of idiots like this who've never learned that green means go. Beautiful day, world-class view. However, sadly, someone is about to ruin the scene of tranquility. It's over to my co-commentator, Randy Gravel, for some in-depth analysis. Randy.
Thanks, Dave. Well, as this white SUV isn't really involved in the action, we can discount it, which leaves us with 3 vehicles with the potential to cause harm. This guy is probably moving too slowly to be considered, so we are left with this pair. Now, for me, Dave, the black car is clearly undertaking in direct violation of the rules of the road, so he has to be penalized. It's as simple as that, and if we run the action now, crash, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. He's had a stinker, Dave. Absolute stinker.